All right, what's going on? How y'all doing? It's your boy Antonio Johnson. I got my glasses on today, y'all. I'm excited about my glasses. Um, First of all, let me just say this to you. I'm going to talk about something really important, and what I'm going to talk about is attitude. All right, attitude. The hardest thing for any of us to do is just look in the mirror and say, "It's your fault." You know why? Because we hate to blame ourselves. We don't believe it's us. We never do. It's always everything else. It's always something else. It's never you. But the reality to it, the results of life that you get, they have everything to do with you. But there's a part of us that gets sneaky, and it's our emotions. You know, our emotions is what gets the best of us. So I'm going to talk about 3 emotions that you need to be aware of. Be aware of these emotions. They're normal. Everybody gets them. Doesn't mean something's wrong with you. They happen to everyone. The problem is people don't handle these emotions. They don't deal with these emotions. You know, the funny thing, I remember one time somebody came to me and they were going through some stuff. They were having some issues and they asked me a question. And, they were like, "Man, I got a lot going on. I'm feeling awful. I'm feeling terrible, man. What do you normally do?" And I just asked them, I just said, "Well, how do you feel?" That's the question I asked him. I said, "How do you feel, man? Tell me that." So I feel confused. I'm like, confused? You can't feel confused. The confusion is not an emotion. You can only feel emotions. Confused is a way of thinking. So the problem is you don't really even know what you're dealing with, so you don't even have a way of fixing it. So a lot of times what people say, "I feel confused." Confusion is not a feeling. That's a way of thinking. You're confused because you're not thinking appropriately. Okay. Most people are confused because they're not thinking appropriately. So let's go over the emotions. There are 3 types of emotions. Okay. The first emotion is anxiety. Anxiety is a rough one because it's when we worry about what's about to happen. We worry about something not working out. We worry about, what if I do this and they don't do that? That's an emotion. It's anxiety, and that will get the best of you. Your number one thing you want to do to get anxiety under control is to live in the right now. Live in this moment. Focus on right now. Put 100% of what you're doing into this very moment. Stop worrying about the outcome. Stop worrying about the results. A man who gives a deposit will receive a withdrawal. Do I need to repeat that? Okay. A man who gives a deposit will receive a withdrawal. What you put in is what you get out. All right. It's not a man who worries about what he will withdraw. You know what I mean? So get over that. Anxiety is a rough emotion. Get it. It's normal. Everybody has it. The next one is anger. It's one of the roughest emotions out there because most people don't ever want to deal with that. They don't want to admit it. They suck it up. They hold it in until they pop. And then when they pop, they throw and blurt everything out all at once. And they never blurt it out at a time that is sufficient or it's even something that can actually help you. Okay? Get control of your anger. It's an emotion. It's normal. Everybody gets angry. Nothing wrong with getting angry. The problem with it is letting it fester with you. So get your anger. You get angry for a lot of reasons. You get angry because somebody didn't do what you wanted them to do. Somebody told you they're going to do something, they didn't do it. Somebody did, they made you mad. They got over your day. Nobody should be able to control that, okay, but you. All right? So get control of your anger. That's the second emotion. And the third and slickest emotion that gets a lot of people in trouble is depression. Depression, yeah, it's serious. It's when you don't think you're worth anything anymore. You're not that person that you thought was a baller. The one who makes it happen, always come through, always save the family, always able to make money, always able to come through. Now all of a sudden you can't do it. So you start feeling worthless. You get depressed because everything you're trying is not working. You tried this, and this, nothing worked. So now you're getting depressed. That's a serious emotion. It's normal to get depressed, but you don't want to beat yourself up in this depression. Okay? The best thing to do when you get depressed is get around some positive people. Get around people who talk about positive things. Don't hang around negative people, I'm telling you. You know a negative person because everything is always bad. Something's always wrong. Something always doesn't go right. People are always mean, that kind of thing. Please understand. If you're depressed, you can't afford to hang around people like that. Those people are killers. People who are negative kill depressed people in the ground. They do. Now, I'm going to say this. If you're depressed, please call somebody positive. You can't do it by yourself. All right? I'm going to give you a formula to live by. Before you do anything, the formula is ABC. ABC. A stands for the actual event that just happened. B is your belief system about the thing that just happened. And C is the coincidence, the consequence of that belief. All right. Now, A is going to happen. You can't do anything about A. But B, you control. It is your belief system. If you look at something and you feel that it's going to work out bad, that's your belief system. If you feel like it's going to work out great, I'm going to overcome it, that's your belief system. If somebody, steals your money and you get mad about it and go like, or they steal your money and go, this is an opportunity for me to grow. That's your belief system. But again, all right, the outcome, or as we say, the consequence of your belief is always in your control, because you control the B in the equation. So what are you believing? What are you thinking? How a man thinks, so is he. Real talk. All right. I'm out of here. Hit me up, Antonio Johnson. I just had to share that with you, okay? It's all about that attitude. ABC.